Okay, men, Black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events?
Dating event is for men who are either looking to find a wife or looking to find someone to hook up with. The reality is men don't need to go to dating events to find either. They don't need to go to dating events to find a wife, and they definitely don't need to go to dating events to find someone to hook up with. Men are just no longer interested in amusing your egos, because that's what really dating events is. It's centered around females who just want to be able to remind themselves that they can be able to get a man's attention. Dating events did used to be something that was authentic for people to actually meet up and get to know each other. But you females have ruined that authentic experience, as your standards are just completely absurd and you practically are just becoming prostitutes, gold diggers, and very promiscuous. So even the idea of having to go to an event just to be around a community box who is money hungry is just unpleasant.
I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you.
All I'm hearing is another female who's trying to convince men to go to these dating events with the biggest lie that's been told. There's absolutely no guarantee that a man or any men are going to find a woman that's going to be interested in him. There's absolutely no guarantee, especially when females are looking for men who are 6 foot tall, make 6 figures. The guarantee is actually a very, very slight possibility that she may even give you a conversation that is decent. So I honestly wish that you females who ask these questions really ask yourself, because men have been telling you why they're not interested, but then you call them insecure. Men have been telling you why, but then you say they're intimidated. Men have been telling you why, but then you say men are no longer men. Men have been telling you why, then you say men are feminine. The truth is, this video isn't really convincing, because that's all you females do, is you ask the why when the answers are there, but you never seem to tell men what they can actually get out of it that is worth their while. You never seem to actually tell men the type of women are there that's going to be worth their while. You never actually tell men the type of experience that they can get that is worth their while. They like to question men so they can try and open up a conversation to convince them, but you never actually tell men why they should go, why it's worth their time. And this is where a lot of females begin to actually distance themselves from men, because they never want to take accountability that you are just not worth it. And you are not putting in any effort to even make men want to put in any effort either. It goes two ways.
And is serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win. Conversation starters and prompts so there's no awkward silence, a bit of a structured experience, and maybe a little turn up afterward.
Here, she actually proves my point. What is worthwhile for men to go? Good conversation and box? Do you not know men can be able to get that anywhere? Do you not know men can be able to DM a community box and get box? Do you not know men can just go out and splash a bit of money and get box? Do you not know men that can be able to pay for box? Conversation and a after party in a hotel is not convincing. This is where females don't actually want to just take a look at themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, maybe you actually don't offer anything other than box. Maybe you're just not as valuable as you believed you was. They have all of these dating events, create these dating events, thinking that men are going to line up for box. Today, yes, women are the ones who hold the keys to smecks. But the reality is, if a man practically works on himself and is established, then box is always going to be accessible to him. And box is very accessible to certain men, which overall makes men realize that as long as he's in a certain place and career in his life, then box is very easy. That's what they're promoting, is that you may be able to get box after, and they're going to make it easy for you to get box. It's not really convincing. She actually hasn't mentioned anything that actually makes anyone think, ooh, this actually seems like worth going. Because everything that she's mentioned, men can get outside of dating events. That's why I said it's no longer authentic anymore.
So my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something?
Females who talk like this are very tone deaf. It's not the fact that putting in more effort is what makes them feminine. It's that when men do put in effort, females are the ones who call them feminine. When men actually want a woman to live up to a certain standard, you call them intimidating. It has nothing to do with the patriarchy. I don't understand where she gets this ideology from. The patriarchy has existed for centuries and men have been consistent. It's females who lack consistency, and whilst things are not going their way, they go back to blame men. What it sounds like is they just want men to do as they're told. They want men to deal with whatever female comes through the door and not be able to say anything. Men have standards and men want quality women, which none of these events have. None of these events have a quality woman. None of these events have pure women. None of these events have feminine women, because every time a man asks for that, that's where females love to manipulate men into insulting them, shaming them into having what is a natural preference as a masculine man. The truth is, you females can't handle a masculine man. You don't actually want a masculine man because you can't be able to live up to the masculine man's standard. So once again, there is no point in a man going to any of these events. The effort that he's going to put in will be for nothing. There's no amount of effort in any of these dating events that is worth it. Not even box.
Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it?
That's probably one of the dumbest things she could have said in this whole entire clip. No man on earth thinks that he's going to stumble into love. That's what females think. They think if they just walk out the house and look pretty, that they're going to stumble into the man that they want. They think if they just stumble into a car dealership, stumble into a bar, a rich man is going to notice them. No, men have to put in effort just to be noticed by society, let alone community boxes. Men have to put in effort just to be noticed in their careers. So men don't expect anything to stumble in their doorstep. Men have to build, men have to work for any ball to actually get rolling. That is literally a man's reality from when he turns 18, to never expect anything, especially from society, especially from careers, especially from the system. You aim this at black men and somehow you think black men are waiting to be stumbled an opportunity, let alone love. Black females tell black men that they want them to have all of these expectations. There's no black man right now that's expecting to stumble across a black female who is just going to love him for who he is. Did she forget struggle love? How black females love to claim they don't want struggle love? You don't want to struggle with a man. You want the man to already be established. You want the man to already be a builder. You don't want to build the man. These are the things that black females have said, not the patriarchy. The patriarchy has nothing to do with this. There's no black man on earth that's just waiting for love. He has to work for it, unlike black females.
Because we see how that's turning out. The women are doing the work. They're showing up, they're investing, they're trying something different, stepping out of their comfort zone, taking.
So she believes that putting in the work is going to dating events. That's not even the bare minimum. That is zero effort. Going to events is not putting any effort. Black females go to events as a hobby, okay? They travel, they go to girls' trips, they go to Pilates, they go to art events. This is what black females like to do. This is just another socializing group. Black females love going to events. It's nothing new. Putting in actual effort is actually working in your intrinsic values. Is actually maybe taking off the weave, maybe being more natural, maybe working on your weight. Let's try to decrease the obesity rate. That's putting in more effort. Maybe not emasculating black men, listening to black men more, submitting to black men, not being so masculine, independent, money orientated. Maybe lean into more of your feminine traits that none of you black females ever want to. That's putting in more effort. Going to an event is no effort. It's just another day that black females are in the streets. It's just another day one black female is going to get her cheeks clapped. And this is what I mean. They think just arriving is effort. That's what black females think. They think they can just arrive and stumble into love. And what they do is project that mentality onto black men. They project their struggles onto black men.
Risks. Isn't risk-taking a part of masculinity too? So what is it really? Is it the event itself or the unlearning the patriarchy part?
It's actually females like you. It's females who love to blame everybody else except for yourself. It's females who doesn't even understand what putting in effort looks like. And that's really what the dating scene is like when it comes to a man and a woman, when it comes to black men and black women, is they expect black men to do everything and more. But they just expect to show up looking cute, and that's their effort. They expect black men to pay, take them out, order them an Uber, maybe even here and there pay their bills and buy them stuffs. And meanwhile, she doesn't have to give intercourse. She doesn't have to be on time. She doesn't even have to text back. She doesn't even have to call. She doesn't even have to make the first move within a conversation. It's funny how it's all about the patriarchy. It's all about men, but never the women, as if they are these flourishing feminine women who every man is looking for. If that was the reality, you wouldn't be here sitting asking men again why. And all at the same time, you do what black females do best: manipulate. This whole entire video is manipulating men into going to a dating event. Because if you really was doing it out of a genuine place, you wouldn't be stating that the patriarchy made men feminine. You wouldn't be stating that they're not putting in effort. You would actually name all the qualities that they could be able to get out of this dating event. It would actually be more of an enjoyable clip, bubbly clip, full of life. Her tactic is like every other black female's tactic, is manipulating men by shaming them and emasculating them, making men question on what they know and who they are and the choices that they make for themselves, into tricking them and making them second guessing why they're doing it and probably making a new choice to suit them. That's what she's doing, and that's what black females are famous at doing. This is why they're not interested in going to any of these dating events.